Hi everybody, welcome back. This is your boy T in the storeroom. We are going to be checking in on our worm bin today. Look at the absolute state of this. I've just done 2 videos prior to this because I had 2 other bins stacked up on this and I've been neglecting these. So I've been feeling really bad about myself for neglecting these guys. And when I'd put 2 other smaller bins on top of these, and when I lifted them up, there were worms on top of here. There were wisps just stuck to the bottom of the other 2 bins, and my heart broke. It just sunk. You know, I thought I've completely ruined the other ones. If you watch the video for the breeder bin, I'll put the link up here. The bedding was so dry, but then there was a really amazing surprise halfway through. So make sure you watch that. That was amazing. The worm farm starter kit video, I'll put that up here as well. They hadn't been fed. They were really dry. But, you know, good on them. They pulled through. Watch that if you want to. I gave them a really special feeding today as well, so just check that out. But yeah, so this was my protection cardboard. And because of that pressure and moisture, it got wet. So obviously all the worms have just eaten through the... Oh, look, that paper's just absolutely disintegrated. So this will then now have to be the paper. There's some beautiful castings on top of this. There's some worms in here, which I can see. You know, the one thing I love about this bin, it's just constantly just producing there. Even though I can't see a single bloody cocoon, it is just knocking out just tons and tons of worms. But look at this, just mites everywhere. Everywhere. Damn. Terrible. Okay, let me just put this somewhere. First things first, around the edges you can see it's a little bit dry. Got a nice pumpkin shoot from there. Little one here. Let's just get stuck in. This level has gone down considerably. Like considerably. Considering that I haven't checked in on it or hasn't been disturbed for over a week. It looks healthy. I don't know if you can see my face in here. But yeah, worms are cool. The moisture level's good. If you guys remember, I had actually added quite a lot of moisture to this bin a couple of weeks ago. And because I thought I'd give it some moisture before I started to let it dry out. Wow, nice and compact. Just tons of worms everywhere. Tons of worms everywhere. When I lifted those 2 boxes up that were on top of that cardboard, there were, no word of a lie, maybe 100 wisps. Like wisps, tiny baby worms. And I can start to see some cocoons in here now as well. So I'm just going to give this a really nice fluff. It could still do with some good moisture, a little bit more, but the worms are good. Size of these fellas are good. I'm actually covered in mites, believe it or not. I can feel them all over me, just crawling. I don't know if you can see right here. Creepy crawlies. I don't mind worms, but when there's like little tiny insects just crawling over you, it just gives you that little heebie-jeebies. Yeah, this needs some good moisture. It's not dry, but it's not overly damp. Maybe 50% moisture content in here. Let's just fluff this as well. Look at the size of this fella. And then you've got that little guy here, and then big guy here. Just hanging out together. No discrimination. Wowzers. Just worms everywhere. Loads of tiny worms, just all over the place. And I'm not complaining, that's the whole point, right? Breeding worms to get more worms. But these guys are great. And now that's fluffed up, that's going to be doing really, really nicely. Right, I'm going to give these guys a nice little spritz now, and then we'll add I always got to be careful with my gloves because I've always I'm literally covered in mites. I don't have my other spritzer at the moment. Because it had some neem oil and stuff in there, which is not a problem really, but I just like to rinse it out and have it clean. I should have bought another one today, which I didn't, stupidly. Anyway, this is going to get another check in the next couple of days. I wanted to talk to you guys about something just real quick. So in the next couple of weeks, I am going to be harvesting some of the castings from this bin. Oh shit. So I just keep scratching myself, and my gloves are dirty, so I'm making myself dirty, probably putting more mites all over my body. I'm doing this shirtless because it's hot, even though the AC's on. So, sorry, I digress. I'm going to be harvesting the castings from this bin in the next couple of weeks. So in the next video, I will be either trying to bait these guys out or do a light transfer, harvest, migration, light migration. You know, that's with putting the light on top and doing the thing bit by bit. And it seems like a nice thing to do if you have, you know, a good 3-4 hours to kill. Unfortunately, I don't. So I was thinking of using the bait trap, putting a plastic pot with some holes in it, with some lovely food inside, and getting them and some bedding and letting them come in and just basically migrating to where the food is, and then coming back in a few days or a week and then pulling the worms out because they'll all be in this little place. What would you rather see? Would you rather see that bait trick, or would you rather have the light migration? Let me know, because you guys will be the ones that choose how that goes down. Please be good to me and let me do the bait. I really don't have a good, you know, spare 3-4 hours at the moment to mess around with doing the light migration method. I can do it, and I will do it for you guys eventually. I mean, bloody hell, one night I spent just literally pulling these guys out one by one to count them when I counted to 104 or 108, sorry, 904 and 908 worms, almost 1,000 worms. That was tedious. So yeah, you guys are going to choose. Let me know. This worm chow is awesome. I threw some old stuff in here the other day. It did cause some issues for me. I started to see some mold, but that disappeared. I think they ate that as well. So yeah, I wasn't sure, but we're going to see now. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to the channel. You know what to do. Show your boy some love, and ring that notification bell to get or to keep updated with new videos. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this. I'm just going to put it down and say, just pray, basically. This is absolutely all over the place, but there's worms in here, so I don't want to just discard it. And they're going to eat this anyway, which is good. It's no problem. And there's still mites on there. I need to figure out what to do. But they're fine anyway. They're not too harmful. They're not going to cause any issues. I don't have any springtails in here. But yeah, that's that. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do. Been a pleasure as always. Thank you very much. Big love, and hope to see you guys soon. Take care.